Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a update showcase of my Masters of the Universe. So, I'll show you one of them. There goes Dragstore. So here's Dragstore. I'm just going to start off with Dragstore first. He does have his weapon over here. I was just taking it off so he could roll across. He just snaps on like most of the Horde members' weapons. I'll show you Leech. I have Leech's weapon too. So here is Dragstore. Now, Dragstore is very unique from most of the Master of the Universe figures. He doesn't just normally look like these. Like, Master of the Universe doesn't look like standing up, you know, like this. So, here is his weapon. It is the crossbow. It's kind of like a crossbow, but you press this down, and it kind of launches out. It doesn't really do much, but this is kind of, it's a weapon that's used with most of the Horde members. But his arms do, I'm just going to do articulation. His arms do go up, not all the way around. I think it's just because he has these arm, like, shoulder pads. Because when you roll them on the ground, they don't want, like, the actual paint being scratched up. I think that's why they, why he can't go all the way around. Maybe the actual action feature too. His legs do go all the way around. I'm gonna lift up his arm. They don't really have like the rubber bands like most of the Master of the Universe figures. His head does turn all the way around, and I actually do really like how his eyes look. He's like a cyborg monster. He does have the Horde logo, and then he does have his backpack. I mean, it's pretty awesome. So that is it for Dragstore. Now, I did just get him yesterday, so kind of put him over there. Now, I do have, like, a lot, so the entire table will probably be taken up by the time this video is actually over. While I get the next figure, I just want to say, we are almost at 300 subscribers. Now, that's kind of crazy. I think we're at 295, 6. So, yeah. Here is another basic guy. Here's Man-at-Arms. So, you can see the basic articulation for this figure. His arms do go all the way around, and then his legs are in a rubber band. Now, my Man-at-Arms legs broke because of the rubber band, but I do have some replacements somewhere around here. Here's one. Here's one of the replacement bands. Yeah, you just put it in there. I've done one of these for a figure. I'll show you him. So, here, his armor is removable. He might have came with a gun. I'm not sure. He was incomplete when he came in this big box. That's where the majority of my figures come from, this this large box. And he did have an arm thing, but, like, for the majority, he's actually in really good condition, and he's, like, not missing a lot of pieces. So, I mean, that's kind of good. Here is this guy over here. His name is Cobra Khan. I think Cobra Khan's pretty cool. So, he does have the basic articulation with the rubber bands in the legs, you know. But, the thing is, you can't turn his waist for the, like this here. For, like, the fighting. Okay, I think it's just because of his action feature, and I'll show you his action feature. So, if you want to, you can take your Man-at-Arms, and you could take Cobra Khan, and you'll spray water on him, and it's supposed to act as acid. Just water. It should dry. Now, this Cobra Khan is complete. He does have his blaster. So that's about it for Cobra Khan. Here is, so this is one of the first guys I actually did get. Here is Hordock. He does not have his bat, his cape, or his crossbow, but, I mean, he looks actually pretty good. This armor is removable. It's the plastic armor. I have one other character that does have plastic armor. I'll show you him. But he does have the same rubber band legs, same rotatable arms. It's just kind of, yeah, he does have his fighting feature. Now he is Hordock, so he's the little leader. Just gonna stand him over there. Here is Cyclone. Now this guy is missing a lot of things. He's missing the band on his arm and then the band on his head. But he's actually pretty good. So here's his articulation. He does go all the way around and in and out. So that's pretty good for Masters of the Universe figures. His legs are on the rubber band, but I think it's gonna break very, very soon. I think so. So I need to change those out. You see how loose they are. I just kind of push him back into the legs so that he kind of stands up. He does have a planet on his belt. You just lift up his arms, and then if you notice, a lot of characters have blue skin. Or you'll see that in a little bit. But here is Cyclone, and then I think he's supposed to be like a tornado. So yeah, no, my Cyclone actually works really good. And the reproduction sticker is coming in the mail, so I can put his sticker in his chest. So that'll look pretty cool. I'm just gonna stand Cyclone over here. So, I mean, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, but here's one of my favorites. Here's Triclops. Now, this is, I think this is actually, like my first figure I got, if that makes any sense. So here is Triclops. He does have, I think, Triclops is like 3 different faces for the vintage one. But he does have his red eye. And an even redder eye. I think this is like supposed to be like a laser eye. And this is just like a normal good guy eye. And then you take his sword, and then you just slip it into his sword case. And then there is Triclops. He's pretty cool. And then he does have all the basic articulation, and yeah. Gonna freshen it up just a little bit. So here is Extendar. I always get Mechanic and Extendar mixed up, but he doesn't have like the basic turning stuff, or like, I mean, he does do this, but it's kind of hindered by this. So, and then his action feature is, I think these are all brand new parts too. For this specific figure. So here's Extendar. I have to push him back because he's so big. Then here's just Trapjaw. I'll get to him next. So that's a basic size. Then you just push him down. He's a pretty awesome figure. I actually really like Extendar. He's got like this pearl color on him. So, here is Trapjaw. I haven't shown this guy off yet, but here's Trapjaw. He's missing his weapons, and then this, I think. And I think that's actually all. So, I mean, I could probably get some of those pieces off eBay. That'd be pretty easy. His arm does go all the way around. Just basic. You can actually take this arm off if you wanted to, and then you'd have the thing that would go over his entire body, or like most of his body. That just is snap back on. And just for comparison, I don't have any of his weapons, but I do have some Roboto parts. I just stick it in there. It's actually a pretty good substitute, I think, if you don't have any of your Trapjaw parts. I'm just gonna set Trapjaw back there. And then here's Tongue Lashore. He's pretty awesome. His arm do go all the way around, you know, just the basic stuff. But this doesn't like do the fighting thing. His head doesn't turn just because he has a dial on his back, and then the dial is his tongue flies out, and I think that's pretty cool. I think he's like a toad. He does work with snake men, so he has his snake symbol. Here is Roboto. Let me try to find his parts if I can. He does have an axe arm. I'll probably find it soon. I'm just gonna actually I'll show you to him later. But here is Ram Man. He is missing his axe, but I mean that's pretty much all. His action feature is he does kind of like extend just a little bit, and then he does have his this little thing that you press in, and that's what it's supposed to make him do that. It's pretty awesome. I actually really like Ram Man. Here is, I'm just gonna grab this entire thing. Here is Battle Cat's, but it came in a box and it didn't have like Battle Cat's armor and stuff like that. So it came with Panther's armor, so I just put it on Panther. And then Prince Adam is on top of him. He doesn't have his vest or his weapon, but I just use a standard battle axe and I just put him on there. It's pretty cool. Or that could be like Gringer's armor. Here is, this guy's pretty beat up. He was in the box. But here's Fluff. Thunder Punchy Man. You just need, I think he still works. You just need caps to be able to put it in there and then turn it. And it should make like pop capping noises. And he does actually have some extra paint details. I think that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna set him over here. And I think he's just a little bit taller than most of the figures. But here is Snout Spout. He's one of my favorites. I don't think he works anymore, just because he has like these cracks and like some missing pieces in his legs. But I mean, I still really like how he looks. I like how his eyes look. He kind of reminds me of like a rebel pilot from Star Wars. He does have some purple gloves. They do go all the way around, but this kind of hinders it just a little bit. But then these don't have like the bands, they just go in and out. And then, yeah. Just gonna set him back here. And I don't think that this turns. It turns just a little bit, but not too much. Actually turns most of the head. So that's it for Snout Spout. I've got a couple of figures over there, but I'm not going to take a look at those just real quick because those are my favorites, and I'm going to save those till the end. But here is Moduloc. Now he's missing a lot of his pieces. He came in the box just like this. But I think I have two Modulocs I can snap together. Yes. Here's my two Modulocs, so you can take them apart, and you can put a head down here. It's pretty awesome. You can do this. You can take this arm, plug this arm in. You can take this. You can take this off, plug this in, and yeah, he actually looks pretty awesome. I think he looks pretty awesome. And then you can just have this amalgamation of pieces and parts if you want, and then just do this, and then you could just I just have him as his single figure. I take like the green parts, and you know, I'm just gonna snap them all back together. He's actually a really cool figure. I think so. Just snap them back together. He does just snap back together, and that's pretty cool. He's module. There he goes. I'm gonna set him over there. Then I'm gonna set his twin or brother. And on the twin and brother subject, I do have Too Bad. So this is Too Bad. He's actually one of my favorite figures. He does have this the fist, or the like kind of like the hitting motion. His legs are on that rubber band, and if you pull back his arm, he punches him on the face, and if you pull back this arm, he punches the blue guy in the face. Now it's pretty cool. And I like how the like the purple is kind of melting into the blue. It's kind of cool. And then he does have his orange armor. He is missing his shield, but he's still pretty cool. And you could take Moduloc. If he can stand. He has a little bit of trouble standing. You gotta like bounce him like really good. And then you take Too Bad and you grab him and you can lift him up. I think that's pretty cool. And then you can throw him. So that's it for Too Bad. He does have articulated heads. They're kind of stuck just a little bit, but they do move around. Now he's a really cool figure. Just gonna put Moduloc back. So this is definitely going to be a lengthier video. So I do hope you guys enjoy the lengthier videos. Here is Webstore. Webstore's really cool. He didn't come with his armor or anything like that, but he's pretty cool. He's like a spider or something like that. I'm knocking everything over. Knocking everything over. They can just sit down. Their bands are very loose, so they don't really stand up all that well. Here is Mantenna. And you just lift up the lever on his back and his eyes bulge out. Now that's kind of awesome. I think that's pretty awesome. And then the cool thing is that he has like 4 different legs, but they're stuck together just to make 2. That's pretty unique. Then his head doesn't turn just because of his action feature. Here is a normal stone that I got in my backyard. No, it's not. It's Extendar, of course. I don't have Roton, but yeah, he's pretty cool. You can turn him into just a normal stone. And he's kind of disguised. He's like a transformer. He's pretty cool. Then the blue skin. Yes. Here is this is like I think there's only like 3 female characters in the line, but here's Tila. She is thinner, but she does have the rubber band legs, the fighting thing. The head can turn, but yeah, that's basically it. Here is Mechanic. Now he is missing his armor, but his thing does still work. It just kind of, it's 3D. Ooh, yeah, he's pretty cool. I'm a little bit tired this morning, but yeah, I did stay up last night playing VR, and it is the weekend, so. And then here is Battle Armor Skeletor. Now I do have Battle Armor He-Man. I'll get to him a little bit later. But here's the bat. And then you press it down, and then it has a slash through it. And you press it again, and it does even more. And then you can just roll it back up, and then do it again. He's pretty awesome. I really like him. But let me find another guy. Here is Zodak. Now he's pretty cool. I think he's like neutral. I don't think he's good or bad, but his helmet's like really squishy. It's kind of funny. He does have Beastman, Stratos, and Mossman's chest. But yeah, that's what they mostly use. Just gonna set him over there. Here is Buzz-Off. He's pretty cool. I think he's missing his little hat and then his sword or mace. And he does have his wings. So that's pretty cool. He's a bee. Snout Spout fell down. I'm actually going out of town today, so I want to try to get this done, so that can be this week's video. But here is Roboto. Now this one is the damaged Roboto. I got this guy in the box. He's not really that damaged, but just like the silver has completely gone pink due to I think he was like released to like some kind of air or something like that. But I'm not going to spend too much time on him because I want to show you guys the really good Roboto that I have. I'm just gonna set him over there. Here is Mossman. He's one of the cooler figures, I think. He's all mossy. Yeah. And his head does turn. It's one of those soft heads. So that's pretty cool. Just gonna set him over there. I think I found his weapon, so we can actually take a look at Roboto. Now, this is one of the first figures that I've ever got from Master of the Universe. I just really like how Roboto looks. So his arms do go all the way around, and he is complete. So that's kind of cool. And then, so the silver hasn't been completely taken over by the oxygen, but and it kind of makes it look really good. I like how that looks, and it's got some darker reds in there too. And if you turn it around, his bill does go up and down. Now you can have it up or just down. I just keep it kind of down, and I keep this one up or down. Yeah, up. And then you just take out his claw arm. He has a claw arm. He does have his axe arm. He's pretty awesome. I actually like how he works. And then just take that out. And then I did show this with that guy. I'm blanking on his name. I don't know why. Trapjaw. Here's his gun arm. That's pretty cool. I just I like to use his claw arm because that kind of looks more like a hand. But I'm just gonna set him back here. I do have a couple more in this box, and then we'll get to the good figures that are like over there. Here's another female character, Evil Lynn. But yeah, just like Tila. And then here is Jitsu. He is called Chopper in the Filmation, the cartoon. But yeah, here's Chopper. He does have his chrome arm. That's pretty cool. Chopper or Jitsu, and then Chopper didn't really like show up all that much in the TV show, but he does have his thing. It does remind me of Ninjor. And then just gonna here is Fisto. He does have the fighting thing or the uppercut thing. That's kind of cool. It is removable. You just plug it in. And then he does have the fighting thing, and then, yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's basically it for Fisto. And then I have a guy in there, but I want to get to him later. Here is Beastman. Now, Beastman's pretty awesome. He's like one of the first figures to actually be made from Mattel. Most of them just fell over. I think it's just because they're not going to stay here permanently. I'm going to be taking them on the trip with me, so, you know. I haven't showed off this guy yet. Now, this guy's pretty special to me, actually, just because I made him myself. I made an Octopus character. His name is Octor. I made him for the Master of the Universe line, because Mattel never actually made an Octopus character, so I thought that would be kind of cool. And then he does have his tentacle hand. He doesn't really do much, but he's kind of cool. And then I do have one guy who just fell over. I do have 2 Manny Faces. So the thing is, why I have 2 Manny Faces is just because of that. You can see the tubes are a really light pink, and then like on the basic standard one, you can see that they're a much darker color. But I think that's pretty cool. And then for Manny Faces is he has this little dial on his head. There's a monster face, a robot face, and then a normal face. I think that's pretty cool. He's one of my favorites. I like Manny Faces. Here is Skeletor. Here's Skeletor. This is, I think this is the vintage body, but he didn't come with any of his armor or anything. So I just took the Origins weapons and armor, and I put it on him, and he looks actually really good. I like how he looks, how he turned out. Here is Roton. I think this is what it's called. I never remember the names, but we get this guy out of here. I'll get to him a little later. So here's Roton. And whenever you roll him along the ground, he does make that noise. And then just gonna kind of speed through them. Here is Webstore. I have another Webstore. Here is Whiplash. Whiplash is pretty cool. His action feature is I think he's like a crocodile or something like that, but his tail spins around whenever you do his fighting thing. Here is Orco. He's pretty cool. He does have the top thing. I'm actually gonna try that. So I'm gonna take Dragstore's spin cord. And I'm going to put it into, I don't know if it's actually gonna work or not. I mean, I might as well try, you know. Be a first. Definitely. I don't know if he actually works anymore. He might. Gotta kind of line it up, I think. As I'm actually breaking the figure. I don't think I am actually doing that. They might have like the same thing, but it might have to be like a specific ripcord. I'm not gonna try to do that. But his hat is removable. It's a little bit difficult to actually put all the way back on. But there's Orco. He's awesome. And then getting to the bottom of the thing, but we're actually 27 minutes in. But here's Ratlore. He's actually one of my favorites because, let me see if it'll work for me. That was kind of a jump scare, right? Yeah, he does have this. He's like a rattlesnake, so. And if you shake him, he does make some noises. And I think he has a weapons, but he's part of Snake Men. He's one of my favorites. He's awesome. Here is, I think this is, the Japan Skeletor. This is made by Super 7. It's one of the new ones. But, yeah, it's supposed to resemble the Filmation series. He does come with his Havoc Staff, the full power sword, and then he does come with half of his power sword. So that's pretty cool. And while I'm doing the power sword thing, I'm gonna move him out of the way. This is from Master Universe Classics. But here's Wondar with his blaster and then his half of the power sword. I don't know if he actually did have a half of the power sword. But then I do have him. He's complete. He has his piece of bread, or a loaf of bread, and then he has the full sword. So that's pretty cool. That's about it for Wondar. And I think he's actually, like, pretty rare. Well, that's basically it. Except I do have some figures over here. These are some of my favorites, but Manny Faces already showed him off. Here is Grizzler. Grizzler is one of my favorites. I think he's awesome. He doesn't have his weapons, but he does have his armor with the Horde logo. That's pretty cool. I do have a carrying case downstairs, so I think I'll load all of them up for my trip today. And then he does have his brother. He doesn't actually have a brother, I just have 2 of them. So that's pretty cool. I do want the dark face Grizzler, and he's like super rare. Here's Clawfall. He does have the thing. I think I have like 3 Clawfalls. An Octor had Clawfall's body. So yeah, that's basically it. I love the beady eyes in there. That's kind of cool. Here is Merman. He's one of my favorites. He's one of the older ones. Here is Leech. He's got his like suction thing. He does have his crossbow thing, just like Webstore or Dragstore. Sorry, there's a lot of stores. So this is a custom, but is Wondar. So I did have 2 battle armor He-Mans. So I took this is the armor that came in the box. It's the Wondar armor. That's pretty cool. And then I did color his boots brown, and then his belt, or boots black, and then his belt black. And then I did just go over his hair with some marker for his brown hair. Now, I think he actually does look really good. I like how he looks. Here is Squeeze. He's one of my favorites. And his arms are all posable and bendable. And then here is Faker. He's awesome. He does have his axe. And he does spin really good. I don't have his axe though. I think Faker's actually like a rarer figure. So that's why I kind of like him. And just gonna get Mosquito, of course. He's my favorite. I think my favorite. Like my 3rd favorite, I would say so. But Mosquito is one of my favorites. Here is the guy that was in the vehicle. This is Stinkore, but he's missing his vest and his weapon. But I did just recently purchase a complete Stinkore. Here he is. He's awesome. He's one of my favorites. And that is my sister calling my name. But I'm just going to try to finish this video out just for a second. He does have the spike arm. His head can turn around. He does have his mace, his orange mace. And then he does have, here is Stinkore. Now, the thing is with Stinkore, he actually smells. He has a scent of patchouli. And that's supposed to smell pretty bad, but that's it for Stinkore. And then I do have his second Stinkore. They're all just falling down over there, but number 1 is, of course, going to be Ninjor. I don't have his weapon, but it is coming in the mail. And then he does have a face under there. So, yeah, that was just basically it for all my Masters of the Universe figures. Right now. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, you can do whatever you want. I don't know. But yeah, that was just basically it for today's video. I do expect another video next week. I don't know what it'll be about though. So yeah.